Well, here we are at the beginning of the Tonsina Trail. It's a pretty hike. Check out these trees. The ocean's right there. This is going to be fun. The first part of the trail is actually pretty easy. A little uphill, but not too bad. In a while here, we'll have a little more incline. Takes a little more effort, but this trail is pretty easy to deal with. You can't really tell, but off in the distance beyond those trees is the ocean. So we're hovering right along the ocean. So here we are at the incline part of this trail. It's relatively steep. This video may not give it justice. But I think if you see these boards across that stop the water from washing it out, you get a sense of the elevation we're taking here. Just take it easy and it's fine. Well, we're starting to walk down. We went over the hill. Now we're going to go downhill, down to the creek. It's really pretty. And the boardwalks, which is a pretty cool hiking phenomenon that they have here. A lot of work was put into it. As you'll see, there's a lot of switchbacks on the way down here. Just go back and forth until we go down to the bottom. And again, to the mountains, or the trees, I should say. You see the ocean off in the distance. Well, we made it down to the first bridge here. I say first bridge, I think it's the only bridge. It goes over this creek, and certain times of the year, this creek will have salmon spawning in it. I believe they're silver salmon, or what we call coho. Sorry, these rocks are a little tough right here as I'm walking. Here we go. Anyway, here's this cute bridge. Look off. See the river there. See where we came from. And there's the ocean. So those trees have been infested with salt water, and that's why they've died. A lot of that happened during the earthquake in 1964, I believe. Beautiful river. Part of the trail is really cool. They built these elevated boardwalks so people won't damage the trail or the ground because it's soft, even though I see people have walked on the left side. But this goes for quite a ways, and you just walk on top of these. Start getting into the really heavy moss trees. It's pretty cool. Almost looks like something out of The Hobbit. I love this part of the hike. It is just so quiet out here. Peaceful. Lush. People say it rains a lot in Seward, and I think it probably does, but one of the benefits is everything is super green and healthy and vibrant. Check the colors out. Check how green everything is. Look at the trees. All the moss on the trees. It's very cool. I guess there is two bridges. I thought there were, but I couldn't remember. It's been a long time since I hiked this. These plants that are close by, right and left, are called alders. If you ever try climbing mountains, these things are brutal to get through. Anyway, one thing about Alaska is it's got lots of water and lots of creeks. So you can see this creek is pretty good size as well. Again, flows out. I think there must be a group of campers out here, or visitors or something. Not sure exactly what they're doing, but they're all sitting there. We're not too far from it. Here's the camping area. Honestly, I haven't seen this many tents here before, but it's kind of cool to see them all out. Up there's an area where people can have lunch or whatever they need to do. There's restrooms over there. Kids playing. We're almost to the end of the trail here. At least the trail to Tonsina. If you go up here and take a right and follow along the beach, you can go up to what they call Kane's Head. And Kane's Head's way up there in the distance. But you gotta do it at low tide because the high tide will stop you. And on top of Kane's Head is some old military installations. During World War II, the Japanese took ADAC, and so a lot of these cities, like Seward, a lot of defensive buildings, and I forget what they call those things, but it was where guns would be at. I actually think they had a net across the bay for Japanese submarines. Got a few kids running around here. Anyway, it's very pretty. Across the bay. That building is where they work on ships during the winter mostly. As you can see, the coastal trail goes 6.1 miles, and that Fort McGilvery is the little bunkers I was speaking to earlier. You'll notice they say that you gotta be careful about the tide, otherwise you get stuck up there. Goes all the way there. No number of people have hiked it, but I have not. So here we are, right off of Tonsina. It's real pretty. Thought I'd tell you real quick what I use when I pack around here. Anytime I pack over a few miles, in my pack I have poles, just in case it gets rough. I also have a first aid kit, my rain gear, and a tarp. Also, some sort of fire starter. And with that, I can pretty much make it overnight or even a couple nights if I had to. It's not too hard to start a fire and get everything going. I also pack this. And that's a Glock 20 10mm with buffalo bore bullets, which are called extreme penetrators. And they're made to penetrate the skull of bears. It's really an anti-bear device. A lot of people use pepper spray, but I've always thought the pepper spray only worked when the bear was downwind of you, not upwind of you, because you try to spray upwind, it's going to come right back at you. And generally, I would think that most bear encounters are when the bear was upwind and didn't smell you. If the bear smelled you, they would have already taken off, most likely. So more than not, I think most of the bear attacks are when somebody surprises a mama bear with their cubs, and that usually means that the bear is upwind of you. So I think a gun's a better option. Some people would disagree, but I feel pretty good about my decision. Anyway, that's the end of this particular episode or a video, whatever you want to call it, and I had a great time. Thank you and have a good day.